Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got UFC 257, Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier. We've got an amazing card here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fights on this card. So we've got some action to break down for UFC 257 here. So let's not waste any time and let's get right into it. Let me just set up. There we go. All right. Our first matchup of the night, we've got Amir Albazi taking on Zumagulov. I'm going to just say Zumagulov or double Z. Minus 115 for Albazi, double Z at minus 105, over under 2.5 rounds at minus 245. We're back up plus 195 for the under. And looking at this fight, I think for this fight, I'm just trying to get all my thoughts together here. For this fight, Albazi needs to get this fight to the ground. Double Z is a slow starter to keep in mind for this fight. I think that Albazi could win the first round, but then Double Z win the next two. We don't know about Albazi's gas tank. He usually doesn't really get much past the halfway through the second round into the third round. I definitely think the over 2.5 is obviously in play. It's a minus 245 though, so nothing outrageous there. I just think the only thing about Albazi here is he does have the speed advantage. I don't know about his gas tank. Double Z, I think will be able to grind down Albazi here and get the decision win. This is going to go 3 rounds. I'm going to take Double Z here at the minus 105 price tag here. Next, we have Nick Lenz taking on Movsar Evluev, a minus 600 run back of plus 425. And this is just, I think, a lopsided affair, really, as you can tell by the pricing of this fight. This is at a 150 catch weight. I think potentially Lentz is a live dog. I don't know though. He is the bigger guy, and I think he does have the wrestling advantage for this match. But I think this will stay on the feet though. Evloev, I think, will be able to prevent the takedowns. Evloev has been working with Pirion, so I think that's a really huge plus here. And I think Evloev, maybe a year and a half from now, could be in the conversation for a title shot. This guy definitely has potential. I think Evloev will totally outmatch Lenz here, but I'm not paying that minus 600. If anything, I'm going to look here at Evloev, 5 points, take the minus 150, and I don't think he finishes this round. I don't think he finishes this fight. I'm going to go with the Evloev by decision, but for video's sake, we're going to click on the minus 600 here. But I have Evloev by decision at minus 150 as a better bet than the minus 600 here in general. Next, we have Marcin Prachnio taking on Khalil Roundtree. Wow, I'm just tired right now and I can't read. It is 1 a.m. I just want to get this video out to you guys so you guys can have some UFC content here on the channel. Roundtree is a minus 350 run back of plus 285 for Marcin Prachnio. And this is going to be a fire fight. Prachnio is a very wild fighter. He will come out there guns a-blazing, and I think that's going to get him caught. And I think Roundtree is going to get that first round TKO. I definitely think the under 1.5 is absolutely in play. I know it's a minus 205. But I think that may be the best bet of this fight. Roundtree KO is, let's see, we can look at by TKO minus 200, or we can go plus 110 for TKO in the first round. I absolutely think that's live. Or you can just go first and second round, lay a half unit on each. If he gets a knockout in the first 2 rounds, you profit there. But definitely Roundtree, I think, is going to get the win here. I know it's a minus 350. Not someone I'll put in parlays. Evloev would be someone I put in parlays. But maybe Roundtree will get it. I'll definitely get into my degenerate bet every single fight one. But I think Roundtree gets this done in the first round with a knockout of Brackney out here. And then we go from this guns a blazing fight to Juliana Pena taking on Sarah McMahon. Women's fighting, women's fighting, women's fighting. Minus 122 for Sarah McMahon, plus 102 for Juliana Pena. And if you know anything about me and UFC, I can't stand betting on women's fighting. It is so versatile. It is the randomness is so freaking weird with these fights. Where if I do an 11 leg parlay, I'll probably just click the over 2.5 instead of trying to pick someone here. I don't think this is going to a decision. All right, my bad. I don't think this is finishing inside the distance here. McMahon is 40 years old. I don't know how I feel about betting on a 40-year-old. Her cardio could be a big question mark. Pena does have decent BJJ. The only thing is that I think Pena is going to have to keep a good pace in this fight and keep it on the feet. But I don't know if she'll be able to do that. And if she does, I think she'll may be able to get back up. McMahon is an Olympic level wrestler. She won a silver medal at one point. I'm gonna lean McMahon, but I do not feel good about this pick whatsoever. I would not be surprised if Pena wins this fight. I think the more safe pick is just going the over 2.5. If you absolutely need action on this fight, the over 2.5 is the way to go on this card or on this fight. So I'm just going to click that. But my lean is to Sarah McMahon. Next, we have Antonio Carlos Jr. taking on Brad Tavares. It's a minus 116, minus 104 pick 'em, I'll call it. And I think this is just a tale of two styles. For Antonio Carlos Jr., it's going to be put this fight on the mat, try to wrestle, and I think, and then for Tavares, it's keep it on the feet and try to strike. I think ACJ, my bad, is definitely a one round or bust here. And honestly, I don't see Tavares getting subbed. He's never been subbed in the UFC, and I think he'll be able to keep it on the feet here. I think his takedown defense will be good enough. We're going to go Brad Tavares in this fight to get it done. I'm going to say by decision. So if you want to let's take a look at props here. Brad Tavares by points, plus 160 is not a terrible price. You're getting a much better price there, obviously, with that. And we're going to go Brad Tavares here by decision. I don't feel good about this one either. This is not the greatest card for betting, but of course, I'm going to have plenty of action on it because why not? Next, we have a fun fight here, and I've got an interesting play on this one. We have Matt Frivola taking on Arman Shurakian. I'm sorry if I totally botched that last name. Arman is a minus 700 versus Frivola is a plus 525, and this line is way too wide. I can see Arman being more of a 300, 400 favorite. With that being said, though, I do like Frivola in this fight. Frivola has come in as a dog before, and Arman missed weight. He didn't look good here. I don't know what his cardio is going to be like for this. I think Arman's probably going to win the first round. He'll get a lot of takedowns. But after that, I just don't know how his cardio is going to be the second or third round. And I think Frivola can really take over the fight in these second and third rounds. Call me crazy, but I'm going with the plus 525 underdog in this in this fight because I just feel like this is a better fight. I don't think Arman wins this fight 9 out of 10 times. That's kind of where it needs to be. Just for shits and giggles, let's see if this works. Yeah, let's just say a minus 700. They need to win that 7 out of 8 times. I don't think that happens. I'm going with Matt Frivolo here at plus 525 to win this fight. Um, I must say by decision. Um, but give me Frivolo here as a surprising underdog pick. Woof woof. The dogs are going to come barking tomorrow. All right, we've made it to the main card of this event. We got the first fight on the main card. Marina Rodriguez taking on Amanda Ribas. Minus 310 for Ribas, plus 260 for Rodriguez. And honestly, for this is another tale of two type of styles. Amanda Ribas, if she wants to win this fight, she needs to take it down to the ground. She needs to get some ground control and maybe potentially a submission in this fight. For Rodriguez, she needs to keep it at range and she needs to keep it on the feet. I don't think she will have the grappling. Absolutely would not have the grappling advantage. She does have the striking advantage. Um, and the only thing that's steering me a little bit more towards the Marina side for this one would be that she has a higher quality of opponents. She's fought in Carlos Esparza. She's fought Tisa Torres when Amanda Ribas is coming off of a submission against Paige Van Zandt. I don't know how great that is, but I do like Ribas in this fight at minus 310. I think it's a little wide. Looking at here, two potential ones is Amanda Ribas by points or Amanda Ribas by a submission would be more of the picks I would go for this rather than trying to lay the 310. I just may lay both of those and hope one of those happens and I turn a profit on that bet. Next, we have Andrew Sanchez versus Mahamoud Muradov, a minus 160 for Muradov. Sanchez, a plus 140 for this fight. For this one, Sanchez definitely has some really nice power in his hands. On the other side, Muradov has really solid striking as well. I think Muradov can pick him apart on the feet, and he absolutely has the cardio advantage in this fight. I think Sanchez, in order to win this fight, really needs some takedowns and some ground control, and then some dirty boxing, really to compete in this one. I'm going to go with Muradov. I just think Sanchez's cardio is also shaky after 2 rounds. If Muradov is up 1-0, he's definitely going to win that 3rd round. Even if he loses the 2nd round, I will say Muradov by decision, which that decision prop is 5 points plus 220. That is a juicy price. I love that one. We're going to go Muradov by decision at plus 220 for this fight, and I really like that line at plus 220. I think that can absolutely happen. Give me a 29-28 for Muradov. Next, oh boy, we get a fun one here. We have Joanne Calderwood versus Jessica Eye, minus 125 for Calderwood. Eye is a plus 105. And this fight could have a title shot for the winner. As crazy as that might sound, this could be Shevchenko's next opponent, potentially. Both of these, this is going to be a fight that stays on the feet. Both of these fighters have really good striking. I think Eye's striking will be the stronger, more powerful shots, but I think Calderwood will have more of the volume here, and I think that's gonna be a huge advantage for Calderwood here. I mean, if you think this fight's going decision, instead of laying minus 350, maybe you can go and take Calderwood and Eye by decision. At the very least, you're profiting a quarter of a unit. But I'm going to go Calderwood by decision here at plus 125 is probably where I'm going to go. Instead of laying the minus 125, I'm going to go the plus 125 for this fight. And we're going to go Calderwood by decision against Jessica Eye. I think she's just going to out-volume her and be able to get that type of win there. Next, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Dan the Hangman Hooker taking on Michael Chandler. Chandler this is his UFC debut. He is a Bellator champion. Um, and honestly, I don't. Bellator champions have not fared well coming into the UFC, and I think it's just a little bit too late into his career. I think he probably only has a couple fights left. If Michael Chandler does win, I think he gets a shot at the title, maybe. Um, if it's against Gaethje or if it's against Habib or if it's against McGregor, who knows? But I think this is going to be definitely something that stays on the feet. Both of these fighters have really good striking. They can put each other out. This is, I think, 2.5 under 2.5 is the play here. At minus 110 is definitely something I'll probably look to bet. And I would really like Dan Hooker in this spot. Um, I think Dan Hooker can keep it on the feet. I think he'll just be too much for um, I think he'll just be too much for Michael Chandler. Minus 146. I absolutely love this price. Also, Dan Hooker's never been knocked out, and not saying that Michael Chandler can't do that, but I really like the knockout props here. Um, Hooker in round one for some reasons marked out here, but Dan Hooker, he's gotten people in guillotines before, and I think it can happen again. Plus 750 is definitely something I might sprinkle as a prop bet, maybe throw half a unit on it. But I definitely like Hooker also by knockout as well at plus 225. But I think submission is absolutely live in this. Hooker does have a nice guillotine, so plus 750 submission from Hooker, I think, is a very nice prop. I just want to look at one more thing here, and that's by the rounds by submission. Do you think that could be a really nice payday if he does get a submission in this against Michael Chandler? You're looking at plus 2,000, plus 280, or 28, plus 2,000, plus 2,800, plus 3,300. Can look like some really nice paydays if you just lay like a quarter of a unit on each. That has potential to have a nice payday. So I like Dan Hooker by knockout or submission. I think guillotine is very live for the Hangman here in the co-main event of the evening. And now is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is the main event of the evening: Dustin Poirier versus the notorious Conor McGregor. Minus 304 for Conor McGregor, plus 254 for Dustin Poirier. And these two have fought before. It was a first round knockout against for McGregor. This was, I forgot how many years ago. Since then, they've fought like 5 opponents each. It's been a while since these two have fought, and this is going to be a great, great fight. I think if McGregor wins this fight, we could have a potential rematch of Habib and McGregor. Just saying, it could be an option here. I think the only way Poirier wins this is for an over. I think the only way he wins that is if he steals one of the first 3 rounds and then gets round 4 and round 5. We just haven't seen much of round 4 and round 5 for McGregor. The times we have, he was getting submitted by Habib. So, I mean, this is going to be a really good fight. I definitely am going to go with McGregor here, though. I don't think Poirier has the power to knock him out or anything like that. McGregor, he definitely has that one punch power. I'm going to go for first or second round knockout for Conor. He has that volume and he can have that one punch power. I love McGregor in this spot. Minus 300 is a little rich, so I may look at McGregor by knockout. First round knockout is plus 180. Second round is plus 375. Potentially 3, 4, and 5 could be interesting as well at 10 to 1, 21, 22 1, and 28 to 1. I think the under 2.5 is a great play as well. But give me the notorious Conor McGregor for this for the main event of the evening. All right, I'm gonna go over probably just like what will be my Hail Mary parlay for this card, and we're gonna head on out for this video. I'm gonna go with Zumagulov. We're gonna go with Evloev. We're gonna go with Roundtree. We're gonna go with the over 2.5. I'm not trying to pick between McMahon and Pena. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna have one of these two women ruin my parlay. We're going to go Brad Tavares. We're going to go Matt Frivolo at plus 525. We're going to go for Amanda Ribas at minus 310. We're going to go with Murdov at plus 160. We're going to go Calderwood at minus 125. Dan Hooker and Conor McGregor. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel down below. We have daily content on this channel on a wide range of sports, as you can see right here. The NFL, college basketball, college football, UFC, esports, NBA, WNBA, NHL, and MLB. So we have tons of content, tons of different sports we cover. So be sure you subscribe to the channel and have those post notifications on so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's cash some tickets here in UFC 257. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.